Let's talk to Councillor Barry Woodhouse, who is a Labour councillor in Stockton-on-Tees. I say one of those signatories. A very good morning to you, Barry.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry to keep you waiting a little bit while we were having a little bit of a talk about Glasgow there, but the other obviously bigger story today is the welfare reforms. Why did you sign that letter, and what did you think was wrong with the original proposals?
First of all, I'd like to say that I totally agree with welfare reform. The problems that I had and still have are that there was insufficient consultation with the disability groups. The employment support, return to employment support isn't in place yet.
Oh, hello. We lost you for a moment. You seem to have disappeared. Hello, can you hear me? Barry, can you hear me? Oh, goodness me. The line suddenly disappeared there. Just while we try and get him back up again, it's interesting, Tom Slater, this idea that not enough consultation with disability groups. I'm going to guess that, yes, disability groups will know more about what people's needs are, but there's also an element where disability groups are probably, going out on a limb here, going to be opposed to any changes that would cut any of the benefits.
I think that may well be the case. And I think this is one of the problems, is that when you have such a thorny issue like this, the case for reform becomes very difficult, because a lot of the people who shout loudest about it or who work most in this area are not necessarily going to be of a view that actually, if anything, the benefit system is too bloated, is too liberal in one area. That's never what you tend to hear.
I think we've got Barry Woodhouse back. Barry, are you there now?
Yes, I apologise.
Who knows what's happened with the technical glitches we've got? So you said there wasn't enough consultation with disability groups.
Yes, and I can only go off what fellow councillors and fellow MPs and various disability groups that I'm in contact with, particularly one or two mental health groups and places like the Autism Society, and are just have so much more input and just haven't, in my opinion, been consulted enough. The legislation is desperately needed. I think it's a great...
Oh, goodness me. Is it frozen? Okay, well, we're going to persevere on the off chance it unfreezes. What is going on? Is this heat-related tech issues, do you think? But he's completely frozen on the screen. I can see right now. We're going to try and get him back. This is the issue, because I think we've got him back. Is that right? No, we haven't got it back. Apologies. Right. This is a problem. A lot of people say, and Labour MPs and Labour councillors, they say the same thing. They say, fully in favour, there needs to be reform, just not this reform. Everybody is constantly opposed to this reform, whatever this reform is. But the reality is, we need absolutely massive, wide-scale reform. And disability groups representing people who are genuinely disabled and genuinely need help, obviously they're going to represent these people. But the point is, we know, because statistically it's not possible that this huge extra number of people are genuinely disabled. They might think they are, but they're not actually unable to work. They're not actually in need of these benefits. And by the way, personal independence payments, PIP, supposed to be an in-work benefit, but it never is an in-work benefit, really. Well, only 1 in 8 people who are actually claiming that benefit are in work, which tells you that, that something very different is going on. Should we try and get a call up instead, actually, in this section before we can? I don't think we're going to get Barry. This is very frustrating, because very difficult to get a Labour MP on to discuss this, because all these Labour MPs...
It's funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you'd think they'd be on to justify, but of course, when they're questioned about this on the BBC, they're sort of, and why are you voting? Well, I'm voting against this because this is going to hurt disabled people.
Because I'm a good person.
Yeah, I'm a good person. But no one says, well, what about the people who are also disabled, who are working, who are trying to get their lives together? And are you doing a good thing by putting everyone on the sodding payroll?